Testing, testing. Lambert Park is the scene. It's round 7 of the Football New South Wales Australia Cup preliminary rounds. And it's a big Derby Italia. APIA Leichhardt hosting the Marconi Stallions. It's a storied history between these two rivals, dating back to the 1950s and the post-World War II Italian migration. Sounding all right? Hello everybody, Tony Tanous with you for the first time this year from Lambert Park, which will play host to an Australia Cup preliminary round, round 7, Derby d'Italia. It's APIA Leichhardt hosting the Marconi Stallions. These two teams with a storied history that dates back to the 1950s and the post-World War II Italian migrants that set up these two famous clubs. And this latest instalment with a spot in the round of 32 of the Australian Cup at stake promises to be an absolute beauty. It's a pleasure to have your company live and free on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel and Facebook page, as well as the Football Australia YouTube channel. Sit back, relax. This one is set to be an absolute classic. The first of 3 live streams will feature over the next couple of nights, with 2 to come tomorrow night. But tonight, the attention is here, Lambert Park, this famous, iconic ground. And our 2 captains in Marko Jesic and Adrian Uccino, just with the referee in Ivica Kovic. It gives us a chance just to take a look at the lineups. And for the home side, APIA Leichhardt, who have been in sparkling form in their Australia Cup preliminary round run so far this season. They named the following starting 11 with Anthony Bazanis in goals. The back 4 of Dakota Askew, Temba Mwatamalo, Michael Kuda and Sean Simmons. The midfield trio, skipper Adrian Uccino, along with Eddie Caspers and Jack Armson. And it's a front 3 on the flanks, Jack Stewart and Rory Jordan, who's in sparkling form, along with Ben Gibson, who will lead the line in the number 9 role. As for the Marconi Stallions, the visitors, Peter Tsakenis names the following starting 11. In goals for them is James Hilton. The back 4, Cameron Windust, Nathan Milgate, Anton Mlinaric and George Daniel. The holding midfielders are Liam Yulee and Daniel Bowman. In the wide attacking areas, the experienced Brandon Vella on the right, Dominic Costanzo on the left, and it's a front 2, skipper Marko Jesic, and behind him, wearing the number 7, in Franco Amaya. Just about set to get proceedings underway. This round 7 Australia Cup preliminary round coming to you from Lambert Park, and it is the visitors Marconi in their traditional green top, white shorts, red socks, running from left to right, trying to put the pressure on APIA early on. It's a fascinating battle, this one. Which way will it play out? 2 teams, as I said, with such a storied history, former combatants on the national stage, and of course at stake today the opportunity to make the final 32 of the Australia Cup. As APIA look to go forward, and Ben Gibson, who, as I said, he's leading the line today. He's been in terrific form. Wears the number 9 jersey, plays in the number 9 role. And what an acquisition he's been for APIA in season 2024. He's certainly one to look out for. His battle against Nathan Milgate and Anton Mlinaric. The duo at the heart of Marconi's defence. Certainly one to keep an eye out on. As Mwatamalo looks long, again Gibson's the target. So strong in the air is Nathan Milgate. Battle for possession. Who's going to be able to get it down? It's going to be a throw into the home side. First time in season 2024 back at this iconic ground for the home side, APIA, and they're on the front foot here, looking to thread it in for Gibson, and it's a terrific save early on. Hilton got down sharp to his right. We've just spoken about the goal-scoring form of Ben Gibson, and he had a terrific opportunity so early in this match. Nice bit of interchange on the edge of the 18-yard box. Gibson got his shot away, found a little bit of room in the 18-yard box, and now it's Marconi looking to hit back through. Franco Mayer, who tries his luck from a long way out. Not a bad effort, that one. We're only a couple of minutes in. We've already had efforts at both ends. You can see how fired up these two sides are. They know the stakes are high. A big derby d'Italia. These two sides that have had different runs so far in their preliminary rounds. APIA, who've been flying. 3 massive wins for them. Managed to score 29 goals in their 3 games. It started back in round 4 with a big 19-1 victory. Yes, you heard right, 19-1 over Hazelbrook FC, the Blue Mountains. That was followed up by another big win, 5-0 over the team from the Central Coast in Berkeley Vale FC, coached by Andre Gumprecht. Familiar name to those of you who've followed both the National Soccer League and the A-League over the past couple of decades. That's a terrific ball out now to Jordan. He can go one-on-one against Windust. He goes down. The referee was right on the spot and calls play on. Now Marconi can look to counter-attack. Already a nice open feel about this match as Bowman looks to drive through the middle. Held up by Eddie Caspers. Now Uchino. In behind for Gibson, who's looking to take the shooting opportunity. Hilton got down well. Comfortable for the keeper. But yet another little sider for the home side. As I said, they've been in rampant form. That 5-0 victory in round 5 was followed up in the last round with a 5-2 victory over Football New South Wales League 1 side, Blacktown Spartans. That one wasn't as easy in the opening exchanges. It took them 30 minutes to get their opening goal in that one, APIA. But after that, they were able to run away. Come away with a comfortable 5-2 win, which sets up this round 7 clash. Excellent win in the midfield from Armson. George Daniel, the left back, tried to come inside. So that's the tale for APIA. They've played all 3 games. They've had a good draw. A couple of association sides before they met Blacktown Spartans from the League 1 of Football New South Wales. As for the Marconi Stallions, it's been a tougher draw for them. All 3 games have been on the road. Add this one, and it's 4 away from home in season 2024. So they've done it the hard way, and there've been some tough games. They've grinded out some important late wins, and that was certainly the case in round 4, their opening match, where they took on the University of New South Wales, the League 1 outfit, and it needed a late stoppage time winner from James Temolkovsky to seal that victory, 3-2. They also had to do it tough on the road against another Football New South Wales League 1 outfit in the SD Raiders in round 5, coming from 2 down to win it by 4-2. And then last time out, round 6 was also on the road. And they were up against an association side. A team that had done an amazing job in season 2024 in Coogee United, as Costanzo, who's shaped up on the right early in this match, looking for his skipper in Jesic. Dakota Rescue press quickly. Nice work. Marconi not able to keep it though. And it's going to be an APIA free kick. Armson brought down in the centre of midfield. That last round for Marconi, coming off a 1-0 victory over Coogee United, team from the Eastern Suburbs Association. Doing a terrific job to reach round 6. Great ball over the top. Millgate up against Gibson again. That's been a terrific battle early on. Gibson using his body well, getting in front of Millgate, now going on the dribble. Important work from Liam Yulee, the central midfielder, helping out his defender. Dropping in. Here's Caspers. It's been an open start. The players relishing the opportunity to play on this newly laid Astro pitch here at Lambert Park. It's been out of bounds so far in season 2024. APIA have been playing away. They've been playing down the road at Leichhardt Oval, their home games. They've had a terrific record there, not only in the Australia Cup preliminary rounds, but also in the National Premier League. Those of you joining, maybe catching a bit of New South Wales National Premier League teams for the first time this season. APIA are currently sitting 1 point behind competition leaders Rockdale, Illendon. APIA sitting in second spot. They've had a terrific start and they come into this in great form with 6 wins in a row in the NPL competition. And in those 6 wins, they've bagged 23 goals, so their goal scoring form has been outstanding so far. Just past the halfway point of the season. 49 goals in 16 matches. And they're the leading scorers in the National Premier League of New South Wales, so they are a team with plenty of goal scoring punch. Setting the benchmark again in an attacking sense. They are today up against the second best defensive unit in the NPL New South Wales in the Marconi Stallions. So a match which is fascinatingly poised. So many narratives, so many subplots, and Marconi have an early set piece, an area they're very strong at. They've got Franco Mayer, the left footer, attacking it at the near post. It goes all the way to the back post. Millgate was there, and then the spectacular attempt from Marko Jesic. The overhead attempt in the end. Bowman on the edge of the box with a header that was comfortable enough for Buzanis. And Jesic, who attempted that acrobatic bicycle effort, has stayed down. I'll hope that it's nothing too serious. They are a little bit decimated at the moment, the Stallions, in terms of injuries and player availability. A couple of their key attacking players in James Timolkovsky, currently serving the last of a 4-match ban. So not available for this one. One of the biggest signings of season 2024 across the National Premier League scene. So they're missing him in the final third. They're also missing Hiroaki Oyama. He's currently out with a hamstring injury that he suffered in their most recent NPL fixture, round 16, away to the Wollongong Wolves. Like APIA, Marconi in terrific form. They're only 4 points off top, currently sitting in 5th spot on 34 points in the league. 3 behind APIA, 4 behind Rockdale, so they're right in the mix despite all the injuries, and maybe things haven't quite flown as fluid in the front third as Jordan looks to thread that one in for Caspers. That's been a real theme in season 2024. Eddie Caspers, a new signing, moving across from the MacArthur Bulls. Watch his penetrating drives out of midfield. Such a mobile midfielder. Sean Simmons, who we've seen throughout the season playing as a left back. He's done a terrific job at that. Jordan looks to punch it down the line. Can't quite get his bearings there. APIA, they've won 6 in a row in the NPL competition. Marconi aren't too far behind. They've won 4 of their last 5, so they come into this with plenty of confidence themselves. Nice work with Jack Stewart just dropping into the middle. Gibson working back. It's going to be a free kick with George Daniel, adjudged to have been doing some pulling. You saw the gesture there from Ivica Kovic. So it's going to be a set piece for APIA Leichhardt. It's been a terrific start. A decent crowd has built up here at Lambert Park. They've been looking forward to getting back to their spiritual home, this famous ground. And they've got this set piece with the left foot of Michael Kuda and the right-footed option of Jack Armson, one of the leading assist man across the National Premier League scene. But it is going to be Kuda who drifts this one forward, and it was aimed at his central defensive partner, Temba Moatamalo, who wasn't too far away. Just skinned the top of his head. Michael Kuda, one of a couple of changes for Franco Parisi, coach at APIA. Nice idea there from Costanzo, and here comes the press. Mayer trying to lead that. This time Daniel, the player, fouled. Those 2 changes made by Franco Parisi, with Michael Kuda coming in, along with Jack Armson in the midfield, coming in for Josh Simmons and Jordan Segredo respectively. Those 2 players on the bench. I will take you through those respective benches for the 2 sides. Could become a decisive factor later on in this match. Of course, with the potential that we could go to extra time, penalty shootout if required. We can't split these sides. So much at stake here. So APIA with Alex Parks, their reserve keeper. They've also got Saya Kambiashi, Josh Simmons, Jordan Segredo, Nick Atzoni and Luigi De Troia. They're the substitutes available to Franco Parisi. Under pressure here is Mlinaric, who does well to turn and dribble out of that press from Jordan. Now he looks to play it in behind. Important interception from Moatamalo. Siesic looked to get him behind. Now Caspers into the feet of Gibson. You can see his mobility early on, loves to move across the forward line. Now he turns and goes on the dribble. Blocked out by Millgate. They've found the feet of Armson. And it was important work from George Daniel. Excellent work from the left back to get across. As Gibson looked to line that one up. Armson involved in the build-up. Nice bit of work from APIA yet again in that final third. Here's Daniel. Moved across like a couple of other players. Cameron Windust from the Central Coast Mariners Academy to Marconi in the off-season. Mentioned Jordan Segredo for APIA Leichhardt. He's a former teammate of Daniel and Windust. Segredo's impact off the bench when these 2 sides met back in round 5 of the National Premier League. Tight affair that was even for 70 minutes. And then it opened up with Marconi scoring first, but APIA, what a comeback from them. Segredo popping up with the winner after Jack Stewart had equalised. Segredo with a screamer from outside the 18-yard box in the 91st minute. Always entertaining when these 2 sides meet. Nice work Caspers it was, trying to link it up with Stewart. Thanks for your company wherever you are watching. We're live and free on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel and the Football New South Wales Facebook page, as well as the Football Australia YouTube channel. Spread the word wherever you're watching. And of course, engage the hashtag Magic of the Cup, as well as Australia Cup. We're at the pointy end of the preliminary rounds. We've already got plenty of teams qualified for the round of 32. And last week, the first of the Football New South Wales representatives in Blacktown City. Congratulations to them, Mark Crittenden and his side, who had a 5-1 victory over Inter Lions. So Blacktown City will be making the round of 32. They've been a regular representative for Football New South Wales in the final 32. They'll be featuring for the 6th time. And who will be joining them? We'll find out today. The second of our Football New South Wales representatives. These two famous clubs. Here's the left foot of Franco Mayer, looking inside the box. Who's going to pick up the loose ball? Rory Jordan uses his body well. Cameron Windus, though, trying to interrupt, and there's a heavy challenge. Liam Yulee, who's going to be the first player booked. The two combative central midfielders. Liam Yulee goes into the book for that challenge on Adrian Uccino. So good to see Yulee back in the fold as far as Marconi are concerned. Out of action for over 12 months. Have to go back to March 2023 where he injured himself, out for a full season. But now back in action for the last month or so, involved in the last 5 of Marconi's games. Got himself a couple of starts as well against the Western Sydney Wanderers and the Wollongong Wolves. So good to see him back in the fold. And they've needed him with the injury to Hiroaki Oyama, but now he has to walk the tightrope on a yellow card. After 20 minutes, here he is feeding Dominic Costanzo. Down the line, Daniel looking for that movement out of midfield. Bowman it was, getting into a high part of the pitch. A lot of mobility around about the Marconi forward line in the early part of the match. We've seen Costanzo pop up on the right. Now Mayer's on the right. Costanzo in behind Jesic. So a lot of tactical variation as Bowman gets forward again. He's got an opportunity to slip that in, but not quite on the same wavelength. Marconi play on that far side. Looked like it was Brandon Vella had just slipped into an offside position. So had to hold the run up, and the opportunity went begging. That time the foul. Franco Mayer on Sean Simmons. Here is Muatamalo. One of the real standout central defenders across the National Premier League scene over the past decade. Has had so much success here at APIA. It is a team that has had a wonderful history over the past 7 or 8 years as far as Cups football is concerned. Winning plenty of silverware, going on long runs in the Australia Cup. Got an opportunity to keep the pressure on, looking for the opening goal of the match. And Sean Simmons looks to get the cross in. Gibson climbs. He got to it first, but he couldn't get the header on target. It's going to be comfortable for James Hilton. Of course, last year's premiers in a first past the post National Premier League season in New South Wales. APIA did the business. They led most of the season. A terrific job in Franco Parisi's first. After stepping off the pitch into the dugout, the maestro, the legend that he is here at APIA, did an amazing job along with David DePuzzo. Two young coaches with bright futures up against two of the seasoned veterans themselves with plenty of success in Peter Tsakenis and Peter Papoithis at the Marconi Stallions. So many narratives, so many contrasts and storylines around this one. Franco Parisi, of course, second season. Some people say the challenge is always more difficult, but so far they've done a terrific job. They're on the brink of a third Australia Cup within the past 4 seasons. They've made it on 4 occasions. And Stewart gets it out now to Jordan. He likes to duck inside. And now an effort from Caspers. Here's Stewart popping up on the left-hand side. In his second season now at APIA. Looking across, and it was a terrific late run. Spotted well by Stewart. The run from Dakota Askew. Couldn't quite get the connection that he would have liked there. But a nice bit of combination from the two right-sided players, even though Stewart popped up on the left that time. So yeah, APIA, their record as far as the Australia Cup's concerned in recent years has been terrific. They've had some big games, some big wins as well. Last year, they made the round of 16, eventually losing to Sydney FC. But the 2 attempts before that, they were quarter-finalists and they had some massive victories. You remember in 2021, round of 16, where they beat the Western Sydney Wanderers down the road at Leichhardt Oval. And 2 years prior to that, who can forget that big victory, 3-2 over the Melbourne Victory in the round of 16. Eventually losing to Adelaide United in the quarter-final, but some big nights and big recent history from this APIA Leichhardt side. They've had the perfect draw, as I said earlier, 4 home games. They're back at Lambert Park trying to add another Australia Cup appearance to their list. Here's Caspers. Marconi on the other hand there. Australia Cup record. They're looking for their first appearance in 5 years, so a victory today would take them back into the final 32 for the first time since 2019. That was their third entry into the final 32. The first time they made it beyond the first round, or the round of 32, and made it into the final 16. Eventually losing to Melbourne City. So it's been a long drought as far as the national stage is concerned for the Marconi Stallions. And they'll be hoping that they can get the win here today against their fierce rival. And they've got Bowman driving forward. He can go at Michael Kuda. It's been a theme early on in the match. Bowman lays it across. And Sean Simmons getting to it ahead of Jesic. Nice work from Bowman. We've seen it at the other end with Caspers getting forward out of midfield. Bowman looks the player to be doing that for the Stallions. Approaching the half-hour mark. No score yet here in this round 7. Australia Cup preliminary round. That's going to be a foul. We've already seen one of the Marconi players booked. The referee's just having a chat to the left back. There's been a couple of fouls from George Daniel. He's just got to be careful. Probably given a final warning. And it does give APIA another set piece. Chance to send the likes of Muatamalo. They've also got Dakota Askew going into the box. We saw him pop up with a goal only a week and a half ago in the New South Wales National Premier League against his former club in Blacktown City. His first goal of the campaign. He's waiting at the back post. Gibson's also in there. And it is going to be Kuda. Well, this one's going to be comfortable for Hilton. A bit too much on that. From the left centre back. Jesic just dropping off into the midfield. Helps set up the play. Marconi's top scorer in season 2024 as far as the NPL is concerned. He's got himself 9 in the league, only 1 so far in the Australia Cup. But missing James Temolkovsky and also Hiroaki Oyama. Yes, it will certainly be one that Kennis will hope can pose a goal threat. Hilton's got some work to do here. Short back pass. He read that well, the keeper. Chino pressed. APIA do well to get it out to Kuda. Nice first time ball. Excellent combination. And Sean Simmons carries the run forward. Chance to lay it into the path of Gibson. A flowing move here from APIA. Shut down though by Mlinaric. Excellent defensive work. Caspers wins it back. And he goes on the dribble. Good work from Windus though. Getting across. Thrust into the role at right back for large parts of the season as Cameron Windust probably joined the Marconi Stallions, expecting to play in the centre of defence, but an early injury, unfortunate one in the opening round, to his former Central Coast teammate in Lockie Bayliss, who was featuring at right back in the pre-season and start of the campaign. Has meant that Windust has slotted in, doing a terrific job as part of the miserly defensive unit that Marconi are. Here's Mlinaric, another of the new recruits, with a strong win up against Dakota Askew. Good pressure from Mayer, forcing APIA back, but they get it to Gibson. And now Caspers looks to slide it in behind, and it was Jack Armson, one of the real standout performers across the National Premier League scene, not only in New South Wales, but across Australia in season 2023. What a campaign he had. Double figures as far as goals and assists are concerned. Making the NPL New South Wales team of the season. Wasn't too far behind Alec Uduszewski as far as player of the season honours concerned as well. It's been a more difficult 2024 for Armson. He gets his opportunity in the starting 11 today, and he'll certainly be hoping that he can add something in that final third. Loves to burst forward out of the midfield. Marconi knocking it around, keeping a bit of possession. Eventually, though, can't get it into the final third. Thanks for your company. Tony Tanous with you here live at Lambert Park. Not only an Australia Cup round of 32 qualifier, but also a qualifier for the semi-finals of the Waratah Cup. Our 4 winners in round 7 will all qualify for the Waratah Cup semi-finals. So plenty of Cups football still to come for the winner or the winners across round 7. Norwich does well. Happy to knock it around. Now they look to get it to Jesic, who does well to turn into the space, and suddenly he can look to combine with Costanzo. Late challenge, referee says play on. Advantage disappears though quickly for the Stallions. And yet Marko Jesic just letting the referee know about that. Felt that it might have been not only a foul, maybe a little bit more. Nice switch of play. Moving the ball quickly, APIA out of defence. It's been a theme early on. To the final 10 minutes of the opening half. It's flown by, no score yet, but plenty of chances early on. Gibson looks to turn again, this time on Mlinaric. Excellent drive and dribble from Gibson. Now he lays it back. Jordan taking the first time effort. And Millgate thought that it came off Jordan. The referees awarded a corner here to the home side. Despite the protests from Millgate and his teammates, they thought that it ricocheted off Jordan, out for a goal kick. So it is going to be a corner for the home side. And this is a pattern we've seen over the last couple of years with Armson. He'll look to fizz this one in towards the back post. Still alive here through Jack Stewart. Stands this one up. Now George Daniel trying to clear for the Stallions. Armson whips it in towards the near post. Only as far here as Kuda, who tries to get it onto his left foot. And that's going to be another corner. Marconi all hands on deck defensively. They thought that one might have just gone out, but it's been awarded as a corner. Dakota Askew at the back post, as is Jack Stewart. It is going to be Armson again. Again it goes towards the back post. Mwatamalo with the climb. And Hilton just about did enough. Mwatamalo with the follow-up. And it's the opening goal. And it comes from an unlikely source. It's Temba Mwatamalo who opens it up for APIA Leichhardt. The central defender who got the initial header on. As Marconi tried to clear, it fell at the feet of the central defender. And he had the class and composure to punch that home. And all that pressure that APIA have been applying has paid rewards. They get the opener. Muatamalo, who already has a goal in the NPL season. He's popped up with his first now in the cup. And APIA take a 1-0 lead. 38 minutes in here at Lambert Park. Marconi couldn't quite deal with the set piece. Initial header from Muatamalo. Marconi looking to hit back immediately. Maya on the front foot here, trying to put pressure on Bazanis. Spoken about APIA's goal-scoring form. They've been the dominant team so far in the first half. They've had most of the possession in the opposition half, particularly the last 10 minutes. And they've been rewarded for that control and domination. Marconi absorbed so much pressure. Can they come out now in counter-attack? Franco Maya looks to get it out to Dominic Costanzo. He can go one-on-one against Askew. Terrific run here from Costanzo. He looked to lay it across to Jesic, and there was Muatamalo. Already spoken about the influence that he's had on this side, APIA. Across their many successful seasons over the past decade. We've seen him pop up at the opener, and there he was doing his defensive job at the other end. As Costanzo looked to link with Jesic. Positive signs, though, for the Stallions with Costanzo one-on-one against the Askew. Here they are at the back post. Windust. It was Jordan who reacted quickest on the edge of the box. Every set piece looks like a real productive avenue. Both these sides. Yuli looking to link it up now with Maya. Jesic involved. Here is Vela. Can Marconi hit back before the break? Costanzo it is. Daniel, who's got into an advanced position. Couldn't quite make a stick in the front third, and APIA can look to transition. They feed Gibson. Making the run forward is Jordan, and then Gibson slides it in behind. And what about the tackle there from Windust? Read that to perfection. Sliding challenge there on Rory Jordan as APIA look to build a 2-goal buffer. End-to-end action. It really has flowed this opening half. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are watching. Players relishing the new surface here at Lambert Park. It looks in pristine condition. The home side, of course, have had the opportunity now to train on it for the past couple of weeks. First time they play a competitive fixture on it, though. And they've got the first goal on it. We are in the final 5 minutes of regulation time in the opening half. Heavy challenge there. Referee waves play on as Jack Stewart finds a pocket of space on the right-hand side. Goes one way and then the other onto the left foot. Falls here to Jordan. Looking to keep it alive with Armson. Strong challenge from Milgate. Can come out now for the Stallions. He's got a bit of room and space. Can he make it link? And now Maya. He saw the keeper off his line. And he took the opportunity to shoot from just inside the APIA half. Ambitious effort. But Bazanis was right on the edge of his 18-yard box. We are going to go back to a Marconi player in Anton Mlinaric, who's just stayed down. They do have quite a number of injuries. I mentioned those two in the attack, but plenty of others as well. Lockie Bayless missing. They're also missing Miloslav Popovic. So Luke Rasso, Yuki Kitano. So plenty of players currently not available for the Stallions, and they'll hope that it's nothing too serious here for Anton Mlinaric. It's been a frantic first half, terrific spectacle. And remember, more to come tomorrow, 2 more matches. With Rockdale Illendon hosting the team from the Eastern Suburbs Association in Phoenix FC. What a story that's been. The rise of the Phoenix. They've done an amazing job out of the Eastern Suburbs Association. We saw last year Randwick FC make a giant killing run all the way to the latter stages. I mentioned earlier Coogee, who were knocked out last round by Marconi, also from the Eastern Suburbs Association, and Phoenix FC. What a job. That team with an Irish background. Plenty of ex-semi-pros from Irish football. And that battle tomorrow against Rockdale will be something special. And you can catch it all on Football New South Wales YouTube, Football New South Wales Facebook, and also Football Australia YouTube. The other game tomorrow night will be over at Christie Park, where Spirit FC, who've had a great run in Cups football under the tutelage of David Perkovic, and they'll be up against another of the giants of Cup football, not only as far as New South Wales football is concerned, but Australian football in Sydney United 58. Of course, finalists of the Australia Cup a couple of years ago. Perennial. They're a perennial figure, aren't they, in the final 32. 7 times they have featured in the round of 32, Sydney United 58. So they're travelling to Christie Park. Another terrific spectacle, 2 top-flight teams. And that will be a replay as well of the 2022 Waratah Cup final, which Spirit FC won. So that's a couple of mouth-watering contests. As Marconi come forward now through Costanzo. This is an opportunity to draw level before half-time. Costanzo, he fired across the face, and he wasn't too far away from restoring parity. Buzanis stretched for that one, but it was just wide. Perhaps Marconi's best opportunity. And Costanzo gets the applause of his bench. Terrific pinch high up the pitch. It is a facet that the Marconi Stallions do ever so well. That one wasn't too far from restoring parity. Approaching half-time. Ivitakovic just having another look at his watch. That might have been the last opportunity. We are into stoppages. Maybe Marconi might get another one here, as Vela tries to find Franco Mayer. But Buzanis, who was the hero this time last year, as APIA made it through to the round of 32 via a penalty shootout here in round 7 against Sydney Olympic. He'll be hoping that he doesn't have to, that it doesn't go to penalties today, that APIA, they've got the lead, can go on with it. Nice feet from Costanzo, terrific technique to dance around a couple in the midfield and earn the free kick, which gives Marconi perhaps a late opportunity here from a set piece to send the tall timber forward. Mlinaric, who's just limping gingerly forward for this set piece. Joins Millgate in the box. Couple of tall options. Windust is also very strong in the air. Windust is a target. But it was good defensive work from Sean Simmons. And that is the final action. A terrific contest here in this Australia Cup qualifying Derby d'Italia which sees the home side, APIA, going to the break with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of a goal on 37 minutes from central defender Temba Mwatamalo, who picked up the pieces out of set piece and punched it home. A half where APIA feel they probably deserved the lead. They were the team in the ascendancy for largest parts, but Marconi have hit back well, and it's poised for a terrific second half. Make sure you stick around at the break. It's APIA 1, Marconi 0. And it is a welcome back to Lambert Park, this round 7 Football New South Wales Australia Cup preliminary knockout match. The winner to go through to the Australia Cup round of 32. And currently it is the home side in this Derby d'Italia, APIA Leichhardt, who have a 1-0 lead. The goal coming courtesy of their central defender in Temba Muatamalo. Let's see the response from the Marconi Stallions. These two proud clubs with a steeped history of success. Marconi, I mentioned, it's been 5 years since they've been on the national stage of the Australia Cup, so they're really keen to take a step further this season. APIA, they've been a regular feature, and their confidence, 6 wins in a row, sitting in second spot on the National Premier League New South Wales ladder. And currently, they're the team with the advantage. I mentioned that they've been scoring goals for fun. They've got one from a set piece. Through that man in Temba Muatamalo, who feeds Jack Stewart. Marconi looking to apply some early pressure. Started his second half. Good win high up the pitch. And it was Jesic trying to slide it in behind for that man. That man who's been an ever-present at Marconi, even when they were down in the second tier. Brandon Vella. He pinched the ball. He went forward. Couldn't quite get on the end of the return ball. But it is going to be a corner. I've seen APIA score at this end from a set piece. Can the Stallions do the same? A terrific delivery. And there's a scramble inside the 6-yard box. And how did that stay out? APIA somehow survive a set piece moment. Marconi threatening with a terrific delivery it was from Franco Mayer, who can't quite believe that it didn't find the back of the net. And now APIA look to go forward in transition. Shut down was Eddie Caspers. Now Mayer with a bit of space. What a terrific opportunity. Probably Marconi will feel it sums up their evening so far. Not quite with the finish quality. But a positive sign, and I mentioned in the first half, set pieces are an area that they are very strong at. Here's Yuli. Trying to dink this one over the top for Jesic. He felt that his run was impeded. And the assistant on the far side in Aaron Block, he flagged. And it's going to be a yellow card for Michael Kuda. He becomes the first APIA player booked for blocking the run there of Marco Jesic. We've just seen the threat that Mayer poses from these set pieces. Marconi's best moment of the match. And there's a bit of push and shove now on the edge of the box. Mlinaric and Dakota Askew. Here's Millgate. He's gone forward as well. Jesic and Windust at the back post. Can Mayer get his delivery right and test Anthony Buzanis? Plenty of intent from the visitors, Marconi, to start the second half. Can they find the equalizer? Here's Mayer's delivery. Looking for Windust. And he's punched it home for the equalizer. The free kick from Mayer caught out James. In fact, Anthony Buzanis. And there was Windust at the back post. He stuck out the right foot. And he's able to punch it home. And the Stallions, who've threatened early on in this second half, have got themselves level. And it's game on here at Lambert Park. This Derby d'Italia that promised so much is certainly delivering. 1-1 it is. And plenty of travelling Marconi fans here, jumping for joy in celebration with that one. They want to keep the tempo high. And Windust who's got himself a goal already in the NPL season, gets his first of Cups football. We've seen a defender score for APIA from a set piece, and now it's the turn of Marconi with Windust. Spoken earlier about his set piece threat. And they were able to catch out Buzanis. APIA looked to hit back quickly with Stewart providing the width on this near side. Hope you're enjoying this wherever you are watching around Australia, around the world, live and free. Football New South Wales and Football Australia YouTube channels. Spread the word. And remember, engage the hashtag Australia Cup as well as Magic of the Cup. And there's plenty of magic around these two famous clubs. Produced so many Socceroos, so many successful clubs, teams over the years. That one a bit too close to Buzanis. Costanzo trying to keep the momentum in the favour of the visitors. Really come out with renewed energy to start the second half. They've got the early goal. They've got to make sure that they stay tight defensively. Mentioned how good they have been in the National Premier League season. Only 20 goals conceded in their opening 16 rounds. Second behind Rockdale, who've conceded 19. APIA aren't too far behind as far as defence is concerned. They've only conceded 22, so that's a heavy challenge this time from Millgate. It's going to leave the referee with no choice but to pull out the yellow card. So Millgate joins Liam Yulee in the book for that challenge, the heavy one on Jack Armson. He's got to walk the tightrope. He's already served a suspension this season in the league. Back in the starting 11 today. He's given up this set piece, and we've seen how crucial they've been so far. How decisive for both sides. And Armson, who set up the first for APIA with his corner kick, has got a free kick here just outside the 18-yard box. Got Casper short on the edge of the box, but plenty of tall timber inside. Armson looks towards the back post, and Windust was claiming that it came off Moatamalo. What a battle it is. Those two, the two goal scorers, Windust and Moatamalo. This time it's been awarded as a corner, despite the protests from the Marconi Stallions. Moatamalo waits at the back post. It is aimed towards him. He climbs again and he gets the header on target. And but for the intervention of Anton Mlinaric, that one was headed for the back of the net. Proving a real handful, struggling to deal with the aerial threat that is Temba Moatamalo. Marconi wanted the quick throw in. No inch given between Jesic and Uccino. Things starting to really heat up. Marconi thought they had the throw in, but it is going to be a throw in to the home side. Both teams starting to throw their weight around. And this one is really ramping up here at Lambert Park. Nice flick on here from Stewart. Every loose ball is a heavy contest. Moatamalo showing composure. Quickly shutting him down was Vela. Now George Daniel looks down the line for Jesic, who's going to make a nuisance of himself up against Moatamalo. Uchino pulls it down out of the sky. Lovely technique from APIA skipper. Does all the simple things really well. Adrian Uchino, the type of player you want at the base of your midfield. That's a delightful ball forward. And now Mayer looks to switch the play out to Costanzo. Maybe a little bit heavy, asking a bit too much of Marconi's left-sided attacker. What a star he's been across the NPL New South Wales since moving across from Adelaide for the second Derby d'Italia this season. He was hoping that his South Australian former compatriot in James Telmakovsky might be able to join. He's missed both the matches as Yuli tries his luck from a long way out. And there were appeals for handball. In the end, it was sharp reflexes from Buzanis. He had to get down quickly. But there were appeals from Marconi, who felt that it might have come off an APIA arm. Terrific strike, that one. How Marconi have missed Liam Yuli and the impact that he can provide from deep. Terrific hit there. Unlucky not to give the visitors a 2-1 lead. I mentioned those tight games that the Stallions have played in the opening 3 rounds of the Australia Cup preliminary rounds. They come into this really hard and they had to hit the ground running really from their opening match. And they've done it tough. They've done it the hard way. No doubt they would have been reminded of that at half-time. They've come out in the second half, breathing fire. It's been a terrific start. Gibson with a delightful turn there. And now looking to lay it across. Was he fouled? Referee says play on. That initial turn on George Daniel was a delightful bit of skill. What a start to this second half. 12 minutes of fizz by. Marconi have levelled things up. And which way will this one go? Always tight when these two sides meet. It was decided in stoppage time when they met in round 5 in the league season. Many a great battle. You might have seen that across APIA socials this week. Some great footage from the yesteryears. And that was a decent effort. Down the left-hand side from Sean Simmons looking for Ben Gibson. Spoken earlier about the potential for the punch that APIA have off the bench. And there is plenty of attacking quality that they do. It was a decisive factor when they met earlier in the season. Let's see how this one plays out. Marconi will hope they can get the lead before that. That time, Uchino goes into the book for pulling the shirt of Dominic Costanzo. So he joins Michael Kuda in referee Ivica Kovic's book. Here is Mladic. Good run out of midfield again. We saw this in the first half, particularly the first 20-odd minutes from Daniel Bowman. Links it up now with Costanzo, who drives into the box. And Mwatamalo is quickly across to shut him down. The crowd here really appreciating the quality from both sides. It is a terrific showcase. Two sides, of course, who are in the mix as far as the National Second Division in season 2025 is concerned. Two of the former NSL giants. They're level at the moment, but Marconi are on the front foot, and Millgate got on the end of that And it went inches wide of giving the Stallions a 2-1 lead. That time the delivery coming from Costanzo. Millgate came late and he met it. Only to see it go past the post by a matter of millimetres. Plenty of talk, you can hear it. So many experienced footballers out there. Lots of quality. I know that the start of this second half is so crucial to try and get control. APIA feel they bossed the opening half, but Marconi have hit back. And they've really got a lot of energy about them at the moment. And I want to keep the foot on APIA. And there's a heavy collision. The central defender in Muatamalo colliding with Buzanis. It's been awarded as a free kick. Jesic was adjudged to have been the player interfering there and forcing that collision between central defender. And there's a coming together between Buzanis and Jesic. No love lost when these two sides meet. Plenty of history, plenty of great battles over the years. And APIA take advantage with a quick free kick. And that time it's another heavy challenge. And there's still plenty going on here. This time Jack Stewart involved. The officials have the job at hand at the moment just to keep the players under control. Lenaric having a talking to, and it's going to be another free kick to the Stallions. We've seen Costanzo cause a bit of havoc moments ago. Millgate's in there, Windust as well. So often in the past few years we've really focused on Millgate as the target, but Windust really does give the Stallions another option. Here comes the free kick from Costanzo. Can't get it beyond the first defender. Edge of the 18-yard box in Uchino, and suddenly Gibson's away. And look at the work there from Brandon Vella, the ever so reliable Marconi stalwart. And ever present for this club, and ever present there in a crucial moment as he halted that transition of the APIA Leichhardt side. Costanzo, that one just went out. Couldn't quite keep it under control. Good movement here from Stewart, just to provide the option at the throw to Askew. Out it comes now to Kuda. Part of the Futsal Roo setup, of course, that went to the Asia Cup. Here he is again, Michael Kuda. Looking down the line for Caspers. We haven't seen too much of Caspers so far in the start of the second half. I'll look to get him on the ball a bit more. Such a fulcrum in that midfield. Coming into the APIA squad this year after Fabian Monge. You'll remember his work in season 2023 as part of the championship winning side. So impressive that he earned the move to the Melbourne Victory. One of the real standout performers of season 2023 was Fabian Monge. Caspers has come in and done a wonderful job in the centre of midfield. I really did see him as a bit of a like-for-like player. Casper's also shown a propensity to get forward into the opposition box. Speaking of getting forward into the opposition box, here comes Muatamalo again. Joined by Askew. Stewart at the back post. Gibson's in there as well. And Armson's over the free kick. Aimed up towards Muatamalo. Again, he gets the header on. And it was Askew, the target. Good work, though, from Mlinaric. In fact, it was Daniel Bowman competing there with Dakota Askew. I mentioned Fabian Monge minutes ago, former APIA midfielder. Well, I can let you know that his younger brother in Julian Monge is one of the substitutes available for the Marconi Stallions. Of course, Fabian Monge, a former Marconi junior himself. I will go through while we have an injury. And Daniel Bowman just down inside the Marconi 18-yard box. Substitutes at the disposal of Peter Tsakenis. The reserve keepers, Patrick Williams. And then a bunch of youngsters on the bench. The attacker in Yakov Malbassa, himself a former Central Coast Mariners academy player. Great to see Alex Juricic back on the bench today. He's been out the whole season with a knee injury. He's had a couple of stints back in the under-20s. And he's ready and suited up today as an option for Peter Tsakenis. They've also got another attacking youngster in Dylan Susovic. I mentioned Julian Monge, a midfield option. They've also got Luka Nezovic. They're the Marconi substitutes. And just going through the APIA bench again, plenty of punch at the disposal of Franco Parisi. Alex Parks is the reserve keeper. He's got Saya Kambiashi, one of the big-name off-season recruits, on the bench. Josh Simmons, defensive option. Jordan Segredo, who's been lighting up the NPL scene since moving across from the Central Coast Mariners. Looks like we are going to see a substitution. Marconi getting a couple of players ready. Looks like it will indeed be Yakov Malbassa who's come on. Daniel Bowman comes back onto the pitch after that treatment. So just confirming the substitution, it looks like it is. In central midfield, Liam Yulee. That sees a bit of a reshuffle here. Liam Yulee coming off. That sees Brandon Vella move into the centre of midfield. The ever reliable, ever adaptable Brandon Vella. Is there any position he hasn't played at the Stallions? Now he's in alongside Bowman in the centre of midfield. That sees Franco Maya out on the right-hand side. Costanzo on the left, and then Malbassa alongside Jesic in that front two. Here's a good rate down the right-hand side. It was a nice ball, too, from Dakota Askew. Aimed at that near post. Ben Gibson making the run. Couldn't quite get the little flick on to test Hilton. Here's Malbassa. Mentioned he's made the move across from the Central Coast Mariners. Playing alongside Jesic here. Hoping to make an impact off the bench. Here he is with one of his first involvements. Franco Maya feeling that it might have been a free kick for him. So good shift from Liam Yulee. I mentioned only his third start since a year out of football. So no doubt Peter Tsakenis, Peter Papoithis will be making sure they manage the load. Plenty of games coming up for both of these sides. Both of them had their match on the weekend on Saturday. Their matches washed out with the heavy rain around Sydney. APIA were meant to be away to the Central Coast Mariners. That one was a washout. Marconi were meant to be home in a big top-of-the-table clash against the Rockdale Illendon. But the rain saw that one washed out as well, so both sides fairly fresh coming into this one, but there's a big pile-up of games coming. As Gibson looks to hold it up and get Stewart involved. Stewart doesn't mind shooting on that left foot. Any chance he gets to line one up on that left peg of his. Never says no. APIA back in action in 3 days' time. They'll be away to Manly United, round 18 of the NPL Men's New South Wales. Marconi there in action against Spirit FC at Christie Park on Saturday. And then they've both got a midweek clash, round 19 next week. Full fixture list of midweek games. And then round 20 follows immediately next weekend. So plenty of games to come, and both these sides will now have to also slot in that catch-up game from the weekend. So there could be 4 or 5 games over the next few weeks. Nice touch there from Jesic. Looking to feed Malbassa now. Up against his opposite number in Kuda. The 221s going head-to-head. Nice feed from Sean Simmons. Looking to find Jack Stewart, who goes on the dribble. Working back is Costanzo. Was going to be brought back for the initial foul from George Daniel. Jack Stewart initially clipped by George Daniel, and that's going to see a substitution here. And it is going to be the man who made the difference when these two sides met earlier in the season. Player who's lit up the NPL scene in Jordan Segreto. The number 17's coming on for Eddie Caspers. He was particularly influential in the early part of the match, but as I mentioned, started to drift out of it a little bit in the second half. And Franco Parisi brings Segreto on, and he's his first involvement. It's going to be a direct swap, playing in the centre of midfield. And let's see if he has as positive an influence as he did at the Palace back in round 5. Out now to Muatamalo. Feeds Stewart. APIA, who had the lead, has done a good job in that first half, but Marconi, to their credit, have really fought back and controlled large parts of this second period. Both sides have gone to their bench already. One change apiece. Here is the APIA substitute, Segreto. Forward by Uccino. Only as far as Sean Simmons. Here's Rory Jordan. Marconi able to get numbers back after Jordan initially got past Windust. Here's Jordan again, this time threading Sean Simmons up against Windust. Good work from Bowman. Can Marconi counter-attack? Was Jesic upended? Yes, he was. Referee right on the spot there. And Armson, perhaps fortunate to get away with a pro foul there, as Costanzo looks to slide this one in behind, and it's just a little bit too heavy. You could see the vision, the run from Jesic. He managed to slip it past Muatamalo, but just a touch too much on it for Jesic to reel it in. We had the perfect vantage point here. Our sportscast cameras bringing you the action. Hope you're enjoying the live stream wherever you are watching. What a contest it is. Locked at 1-1. We expected it to be a real battle, and it's proving to be exactly that. As we approach the final 15 minutes of regular time. Is it going to be decided in the 90, or are we going to go into extra time as we did 12 months ago in this same place? On that occasion, APIA went all the way to penalties. They beat Sydney Olympic to make it through to the 2023 round of 32. Which way will this one go? Here is Costanzo, who's taken responsibility again from the set piece. Malbassa it is. Doing well, using his body. Now Mayer, trying to get a bit of space on the left foot. And APIA look to quickly counter-attack. Hilton's committed here, and Gibson's rounded the keeper, and he can slot it home. Surely, it's come off the post. Can you believe that? An open goal there. And could that be a fitting moment or a telling moment in this match? Marconi felt they had a free kick at the other end. They felt that Mayer was upended. APIA quickly on the counter-attack. Ben Gibson rounding the keeper who committed. And we've seen a card on the far side. It looks like it is Peter Tsakenas, who perhaps had a bit to say. What he might have perceived was a free kick, and he's been sent to the dressing room. Drama aplenty here at Lambert Park. It always is when these two sides meet. The Derby d'Italia delivering in a big, big way. Moments at both ends that will be talked about. Gibson, who's been in incredible form of late, scored 8 goals in 5 games between rounds 11 and rounds 15, including a hat-trick at the Western Sydney Wanderers. That time he did all the hard work. He sprung through, rounded the keeper. Mlinaric now has to clear. As Gibson looks to make amends. How crucial could that moment be? Time will tell. The home side thought they were going to hit the lead as Simmons looks to get this one across. Hope you're enjoying this wherever you are watching. It has been an absolute thriller. A contest for the ages between two of these giants of Australian football. As we approach the final 10 minutes of regular time. Talking points aplenty. Marconi feeling that it was a foul against Mayer as he tried to line a shot up on that left foot. The referee waving play on. And Gibson, who might get another opportunity here. Into the box he goes. The keeper comes. Commits well. Hilton that time. And the referee waves play on. And Hilton gets the high fives from his central defensive teammates. As players go down like 9 pins. 3 or 4 players down. This is a real war of attrition, this one. A contest. Windus back up on his feet. Looks like Daniel Bowman getting some treatment as well for the Stallions. Excellent save there from Hilton. That time he committed, and that time he got to it ahead of Gibson. moments ago. He was rounded by APIA striker. Spread the word wherever you are watching. People know, use the hashtag as well. Australia Cup, magic of the cup. This one is going right down to the wire. Here's Moatamalo, happy to shadow this for now. Eventually forced to play it. Kuda. Can't take your eyes off this. There's a flash point. Quickly followed by another. Forward from Bowman. You saw him go down with cramps. How much longer can he survive? Spoken about how thin the Marconi squad is at the moment. Is that going to favour APIA the longer this game goes on? Of course, no more Peter Tsakenis in the dugout. Peter Papoithis will take charge, along with Manny Spanadakis, the two assistants for Marconi. Terrific crowd built up here at Lambert Park throughout the night. It's going to be a Marconi free kick. It is Costanzo again. A real avenue of threat in this second half. This one's aimed towards Millgate. The keeper comes, he doesn't gather, and now Windus can keep it alive. Great chance here, and it's the side netting. Can you believe that? Windus whipped it back in. The diving header there from Franco Meyer. You saw the net ripple, but it was the side netting. And another threat. Marconi continue to pose at set pieces. And Buzanis was caught out there as he was for Marconi's opener. If you're just joining us, goals on 37 minutes. Temba Moatamalo for APIA. And the leveller from Marconi's right back, Cameron Windust, on 49 minutes. And there's been some big moments since. The biggest coming when Ben Gibson rounded James Hilton, but could only hit the post from a long way out. Open goal at his mercy. Closer this gets to the end of the 90 minutes. Will it tighten up? Will the teams continue to flow forward? Will we see the transition moments that we have? So many fascinating questions. It's been a terrific contest as Sean Simmons can't quite find his target. And now Mayer with a delightful diagonal ball out to Costanzo. He can go one-on-one against Dakota Askew, who does well to stay on his feet and eventually commits. Didn't have too much protection there. So you have to time that right when you're inside your own box, defending a one-on-one against a player of Dominic Costanzo's quality. You have to time it to perfection. And Dakota Askew did just that. Here comes the resulting corner. Costanzo, again, this one aimed towards the back post. Millgate with the climb. Marconi look to keep the pressure on. Forward from Vella. This is where APIA do look dangerous when they get a chance to drive forward into transition, using the speed of Jack Stewart on the right. And now it's Gibson! Oh, what a ball it was. A terrific delivery from Jack Stewart. He put it on a plate for Gibson, who was looking to make amends for that moment, where he couldn't find the back of the net. That time, he took it first time. It was just across the face, and he couldn't hit the back of the net. But another great transition from APIA. They threatened so quickly through Rory Jordan down the left, Jack Stewart on the right. And as soon as Marconi turn over that ball in the middle of the park, they have to be so careful. Another great opportunity goes begging for APIA. Is that the momentum shift that Marconi have been looking for? Here is Jordan. Happy to keep a bit of possession now, Uchino. Marconi do well to crowd out Stewart, but they can't keep it. Giving it straight back up to Moatamalo. Here is Segredo. Marconi, who haven't been on the national stage. The last time they were in the round of 32, we go back to 2019. It's been a long wait for a successful historic club. Is tonight going to be their night? Down a number of key troops, the likes of James Telmakovsky and Hiroaki Oyama in particular. There's plenty of rumours circulating around Hiroaki Oyama and potential move to the A-League, as Segredo now looks to go on the drive and goes for a shot from distance. It was what we saw back in round 5. His strike from outside the box late on was the winning goal, or the winning moment, and he looked to provide one there. Again, APIA looking dangerous in transition. Still got a number of substitutes up their sleeve, attacking ones, the likes of Luigi De Troia, a name familiar to those of you who follow the National Premier League over the past decade. He's moved across from South Australia, Campbelltown City, where he was a champion at a National Premier League level. I've seen him and Campbelltown feature in the Australia Cup on many an occasion as well. He's also at the disposal of Franco Parisi. In fact, he's their leading scorer in the Cup's run so far this season, with 6 goals. As we move closer to extra time, is there going to be a late dramatic twist? Here is George Daniel. Combining with Costanzo. Cross comes in. Maya all the way at the back post. He's got Windust there. He looks to go solo. A terrific bit of skill. And that he's going to earn a free kick. It's also going to see Sean Simmons going to the book. So he's also walking the tightrope. Apia's left back. And importantly for the visitors, Marconi, as we move towards additional time. They've got a set piece here. Not sure how much additional time we will play. Just getting the word from the assistant on the near side, Jackson Mackey. We're going to have 5 additional minutes of time. So plenty of time still to find a winner. And Marconi have a perfect opportunity here. They've got a set piece. It is an area that they've looked ever so threatening in this second half. It was the avenue to their only goal. And the left foot of Franco Maya. He won the free kick. This time it's a variation with Malbassa working his way towards the near post. There was just enough pressure from APIA. As we do move into stoppages, 5 of those 5 minutes. And if we can't find a winner, we are going into extra time. These two clubs with such a proud history. Nothing separating them so far. They know the stakes. They know that there's another chapter to be written. It's Marconi who have the throw-in. So far, the likes of Moatamalo could have been able to contain Jesic. Here's APIA now into counter-attack. And it was Jordan looking to link with Gibson. Just enough there from Nathan Milgate, an important defensive touch. Forward from Hilton. Looking for the second baller, APIA. And they link it up now. Uchino back to Stewart. Can he find the delivery? Segredo is on the edge of the box. That's the target. Looks to go on the left foot. And it's fallen here to Gibson. But the flag's up. The flag's up to deny him. This time he does tuck it home. After the ricochet fell into his path. But our assistant on the near side, Jackson Mackey, was right on the spot. And his flag was up immediately. And the goal was ruled out. And 1-1 it remains. Drama till the end here at Lambert Park. It's going to be an APIA throw. As Costanzo goes down right in front of our commentary position. Looks like a bit of cramp. Mentioned how short they are on troops at the moment. They've made the one substitution with Malbassa coming on. For Liam Yulee, Costanzo, who has spent some time on the sideline this season. He has had to deal with a couple of injuries. So perhaps not quite as fit or conditioned for the 90 as he was this time last season. Just getting some treatment now. Does remind us about the 2 games tomorrow, so make sure you join us. 7:30 at the Rockdale Illingdon Sports Centre, where Rockdale, who sit atop the NPL New South Wales ladder, they'll be hosting the association side from down the road, Eastern Suburbs Association in Phoenix FC. And the opportunity for Phoenix to create some real magic at the Cup. What a story that would be. 7:30 kickoff there. And 8 o'clock at Christie Park, Spirit FC up against Sydney United 58. Make sure you join us, Football New South Wales YouTube, for all the action. We'll have our commentators in Alex Molchanov and Nikola Pozdar out at those 2 matches. So make sure you join us if you can't get out to Rockdale Inland Sports Centre or Christie Park for those big round 32 Australia Cup qualifying deciders. Blacktown City await. They've done their business. They did it last week. And this one, as things stand, looks like it's headed towards extra time. Still time, though, if we are to find a late winner, a late hero. And I wouldn't put it past teams from the New South Wales National Premier League. We see it so often. And here's APIA now, looking to do exactly that. They've got Stewart driving forward, and he's going to try his luck. Hilton had to get down sharply, straight back in. And Mayer happy to clear. And there's some tired players out there at the moment. It's been a terrific battle, ebb and flow. APIA perhaps feeling they dominated the first half, but Marconi, to their credit, what a response from them in the second half. They're hoping that they can reach the national stage for the first time in 5 years. They've done it the hard way. A late winner against University of New South Wales in their opening match, coming from behind. In their second match against the SD Raiders. And then they needed an own goal against Coogee United in round 6. They stand on the brink of taking this to extra time, or maybe something more if Millgate can link this up. Malbassa happy to play it back to Daniel, and that is the final touch. It's been an absorbing, a wonderful contest, a fitting Derby d'Italia. These two famous clubs, these two clubs that go back to the 1950s, have produced an absolute classic, but we are level at the full time. 1-1 with Marconi equalising early in the second half to cancel out Temba Moatamalo's goal on 37 minutes. And we are going to have 30 minutes more. So spread the word. Let us know your thoughts. The hashtag, of course, Australia Cup, as well as Magic of the Cup. Which way is this one going? We are going to pause momentarily and be back with all the action in extra time as the two sides go to their respective dugouts, get a few words. Of course, no Peter Tsakenis on the bench. He's been sent off in that heated second half for the Marconi Stallions. But Peter Papoithis and Manny Spanadakis, along with the medical team, working on the legs of the players. It's going to be a terrific extra time, so make sure you join us. We will pause momentarily and be back with all the extra time action. And it is a welcome back to Lambert Park. We're in extra time here to decide who will go into the final 32 of the Australia Cup. What an epic they've produced in this classic Derby d'Italia. The players are back out after getting some treatment at the end of an epic full time. 1-1 it finished. Marconi equalising in the second half through Cameron Windust after Themba Muatamalo had given the home side the lead on 37 minutes. We've just had the coin toss. It will be APIA running from left to right to start this extra time period, and it looks like they have made a substitution. Saya Kambiyashi is the player who has come on in the number 2 jersey. Kambiyashi, who's one of the star recruits of the NPL scene, moving across to APIA from Manly United. He looks like he's one of a couple of substitutions at the break. Nick Atsoni, the number 41, in the centre of the pitch, is another for APIA. So a couple of changes. It looks like Jack Armson and Adrian Uccino, the players that make way. So Franco Parisi has gone to his bench. We'll have a look at the Marconi lineup to start the second half. It doesn't look like there is any adjustments at the moment. Franco Maya out on that right-hand side. Bowman and Vella in the centre of midfield. Malbassa alongside Jesic in that front two. No change in the back four as well, as Windus comes forward. Which way will this one go? It's been an absorbing contest. Neither team giving an inch. Plenty of heated moments in the second half as well. There's so much at stake. Marconi have been to the national round of 32 on 3 occasions, but the last of which was back in 2019. So they're hungry as APIA come forward. Gibson was trying to get on the end of that work from Stewart. APIA starting the second half the same way, running in the same direction they finished that second half of regular time. And they've got a set piece here. APIA feel they finished the match the stronger of the two. And they've made a couple of changes to start the extra time period. And here is Segredo, who assumes responsibility for this set piece with no Armson on the pitch. Again, it's Segredo dancing inside the box, and it was a decent effort to try and shape that one into the dangerous area, but credit to Daniel Bowman who cut that out. Saya Kambiyashi, the other fresh player, quickly into the action. Nick Atsoni getting his first involvement as well. Back in the fold at APIA in season 2024 after spending a bit of time overseas. Here is Stewart. The prized pickup of season 2023, was one of the most chased players in NPL history, you have to say. Started last season, and it was APIA who landed him. And what a season he put together. This time the keeper comes, and it was fortunate that that one didn't end up in the back of the net. He didn't quite get to it. Gibson got to it ahead of him. There's been a couple of moments where Hilton has come and hasn't quite made it. And he'll be pleased that that one went wide. Good battle on that far side. Sean Simmons pressed by Windust. The officials judging that that one came off Simmons last. Windust trying to sneak a couple of metres. Ivica having nothing to do with that one. Sent him back. Marconi just edging their way forward bit by bit, throw after throw. And this might be an opportunity now to launch one long. They do love this long throw. They're able to edge their way forward. Almost a rehearsed move, this one, as Mayer now launches it. Windust with the initial flick on. APIA have to deal with it. Sean Simmons is alert, such an experienced campaigner. And that is delightful from Ben Gibson. A lovely cushioned chest into the path now of Segredo, whose touch was maybe just a bit too heavy. He bangs the floor in frustration. Better of Muatamalo. End to end it is. Mlinaric, who's still struggling with what looks like a heel injury. Copped that one towards the end of the first half, but he's been terrific and limping on with. Watch him in the background though, Mlinaric. Looks like he's really favouring that heel of his. As Rory Jordan comes forward. Good work here from Vela. Jesic wants to hold it up. Costanzo wanted it quick. In the end, Marconi forced long. That's nice play. It's only coming out, connecting with Muatamalo. Kambiashi, the fresh player. Gibson lays it back across to Atsoni, and you could see the idea, trying to link it up with his fellow substitute, Saya Kambiashi. Forward it goes. Atsoni. Muatamalo. Stewart happy to knock it back. Plenty of tired players out there. Hopefully it's not an error that decides this. Kambiashi chasing. Good work from Mlinaric. Terrific work. We just mentioned that he's limping away in the centre of defence. But he made a quick sprint there to shut down Kambiashi and played it off. The APIA substitute. George Daniel's going to leave this one for Mlinaric. Perhaps they see him as a longer throw. Battle in that midfield. Segredo does enough to come away with it for APIA. Here's Dakota Askew. Now Kambiashi, space to turn and thread it in behind to Stewart. Again it's Mlinaric. He's been wonderful. Another important defensive contribution. You can see why Marconi's defence is so stingy in season 2024. We've got more work to do here. Millgate this time stepping up. This APIA side that continues to ask questions with the movement of Gibson, the movement of Jordan, the pace of Stewart out wide. And now the fresh legs of Segredo and Kambiashi bursting forward out of midfield. Askew makes the run forward. Speaking of energy, they go instead down the middle, and it's Rory Jordan, and it's a wonderful save. Hilton hung out the left foot as he dived to the right and produced a wonderful stop. He kept the left foot there as insurance, and it was a wonderful save. Jordan with the opportunity, and another one goes begging for the home side, and that could prove another big moment. Hilton produces the magic for Marconi. Great move from APIA with Jordan popping up through the centre of the attack. Gibson happy to play the provider on that occasion. And for once they were able to penetrate right through the middle. Here is Vela. APIA looking to build up again, but Vela's pinched it in a good area, and he's got an opportunity to try and connect in the front third. Couldn't quite make it stick, and Segredo tries to come away with it. Mlinaric for Marconi, end to end as Costanzo. Can he produce the magic? He goes down under the challenge of Askew, and the referee said that there was nothing in that. He felt that Costanzo might have been playing for it. It's a APIA goal kick forward from Sean Simmons. Here is Millgate. Ten minutes of this first period of extra time have elapsed. No change to the score after 90 minutes. 1-1 it is. Heavy pass there from Mazzoni. Dakota Askew did well. Here is Kuda. Now Sean Simmons looks forward down the line. Gibson again peeling into the wide areas. He's shown that mobility right throughout the evening. Now Segredo. Kambayashi. Nice ball in for Simmons. Simmons! What a finish that is from Sean Simmons. He pops up with what could be the winning crucial goal for APIA. We're only in the first period of extra time, but how many times has Sean Simmons popped up with crucial goals for this club? And that could be as big as any. Sean Simmons driving down the left-hand side, and when you give him a shooting opportunity, invariably he hits the target, and he produces a goal for the ages. One that could send APIA through to the round of 32. Marconi have gone to their bench again. Daniel Bowman is the player replaced. It looks like it is Junior Monge that is on for the Stallions. Julian Monge, the younger brother of Fabian, comes on in the centre of midfield. And Marconi have shown plenty of spirit and plenty of quality to come back from a goal down earlier on in the match to level it up. They have to do it again. It's been APIA in the ascendancy so far in this extra time period. And as we move into the final 3 minutes in this first half of extra time, APIA have hit the lead. Sean Simmons with a goal that we talked about for ages here at Lambert Park. Particularly if it's the one that sends them through to another round of 32. Here's the ball towards the back post. Segredo's on the chase. Here comes Monge. Marconi have to get some composure. There's still time for them. They know that if they can find an equaliser, the potential of penalties is still there. They've got to make sure they don't concede another as APIA's fresh legs look to add more impact. Jordan, the ball was kept in. He looks to drive forward now. Windass shielding it out. And there's going to be a Marconi goal kick. Some whistles come from the APIA bench. They want to see half time, but we're not quite there. Dramatic stuff here at Lambert Park. Hope you're enjoying the coverage wherever you are. It's been a terrific contest, a real showcase of just how competitive things are in the National Premier League scene, particularly when two giants come together. No inch given. Twice APIA have had the lead. Can they build a two-goal buffer? And they've got Stewart trying to slide it in behind for Gibson. The flag is going to go up. Slide ball there from Jack Stewart. Couldn't quite get the timing right with the run, Gibson. And 2-1 it remains. APIA in the ascendancy, heading towards half-time of extra time. Can't be too long to go before we see the sides swap ends. Good header. Watamalo. Another strong header. Monge forward. Looking for Malbassa. Good work from Askew just to shield that one out. And they won't be in any rush. Bazanis to take this. Ball boys playing their part too with a bit of dark arts. The weight on that pass, a little bit questionable. Can't be too long to go now. APIA have hit the lead through Sean Simmons, who so often produced the magic this year from a deeper role on the left of a back four. We saw him produce a goal only a week and a half ago in a big NPL game against Blacktown City, and he's produced the goal so far in extra time that separates these two sides. A wonderful finish. He got inside the 18-yard box and he unleashed on that lethal left foot of his. And at the moment, his goal is the difference between these two sides. They're going to go for a quick refreshment, a quick word with their respective dugouts. And Marconi in particular, what plan can they come up with? They've only made the one substitution so far. It is a young bench. In fact, Julian Monge coming on in extra time as well. So the two changes for the Marconi Stallions. APIA have introduced plenty of freshness across the midfield. Saya Kambiashi, Nick Atzoni, Jordan Segreto all coming on. They've changed their entire midfield starting three. So that freshness in the middle of the park at the moment really dominating, running home strongly. It was a theme we saw when the two sides met back in round 5, and it was a talking point, one of the narratives around this game, the respective strength on the two benches, with Marconi missing a number of key players, a number of key senior players. They've got to summon all the belief. 15 minutes they have to try and find something, anything, to take it to penalties. So sit back, strap yourselves in. It will be APIA running from right to left.
Boys, wrap it up, one more, let's wrap it up, boys. Come on, APIA.
Marconi, who've introduced another of their youngsters in Dylan Susovic. So they've brought on a couple of younger players who will confirm all of those substitutions. They've brought on Dylan Susovic, the number 14, a former APIA player What a story it would be if he could find something for the Marconi Stallions. I was here a couple of years ago. Well, Susovic, and he might get his first opportunity. Wearing that number 14. Keep an eye on him. Here he is getting a touch now. Spent a bit of time as well last season at the Central Coast Mariners, so be familiar to many of the players on the pitch. They've also introduced Luka Nezovic. So plenty of changes at half-time of extra time. Trying to add some freshness, see if they can create something. Looks like Marko Jesic, one of those players that's come off. As well as Brandon Vella. No, in fact, Brandon Vella's still out there. He's the marathon man. He's at the base of the midfield. No time to spare for the Stallions. They have to be on the front foot. Susovic the target here. Doing well. In fact, it was Nezovic. Now Susovic. Cross it goes to Monge. Spreads it out now to Costanzo. A really key player for the Stallions in the remaining minutes. One of the real influential players in the NPL. So they want to get him on the ball as often as possible. They want to get Franco Meyer on the ball as well. With the youngsters around them, see if they can create some magic. Something to maybe take it to penalties. Meyer on the right, Costanzo on the left.
One more, we're done. Let's go, come on, boys.
Now Bassa, Susovic through the middle. Nezovic playing in that number 10 role. So it looks like they've sacrificed one of their defensive players as well. And there's a opportunity here for Nezovic to run onto that. Here's Segredo. All about keeping possession for APIA, absorbing as much of the ball as possible. See if they can sting something in counter-attack, no doubt. That would have been much of the talk from David DePuzzo and Franco Parisi. Can they add to their lead? Give themselves a 2-goal buffer. Marconi will press. And they've got the throw in. Susovic drops. Meyer does well. Another substitution, getting his first involvement. Luigi De Troia, the number 19 for APIA. I mentioned his influence over the past decade across the NPL scene in South Australia with Campbelltown. Twice top goal scorer in the South Australian NPL. Plenty of success at National Premier League finals level. In fact, the winner with Campbelltown in 2018, Luigi De Troia. He is APIA's top scorer as well. Looks like he's come on for Ben Gibson at that half-time of extra time. Nice work here from Dakota Askew, in terrific form the past few weeks. Really relishing his opportunities. Now Susovic on the left foot he goes. He is a left footer. And he certainly can pack a hit from outside. Now, the man who could be APIA's hero, and not for the first time. Sean Simmons launches it long. Hilton has to get it forward for Marconi. We've had 5 minutes in this second period of extra time. 10 minutes for the Stallions to try and rescue things. Forward to Susovic. Across comes Kuda. Composure here from APIA. So they look to play out. But picked up by Nezovic. Now Costanzo. He's got Mlinaric coming forward. Can he provide a telling ball? Stands this one up towards the back post. Still on here for the Stallions, and it wasn't too far away. It dropped, and Franco Mayer pounced on it, and he couldn't quite connect as he would have liked. A sweet hit there, and that could have been goal bound, as it was just over the post, or over the crossbar. And it remains 2-1 to APIA. Getting away with that one was Sean Simmons. Coming off the front of the head. Dropping to Franco Mayer. Approaching the 6.5 minute mark of the second period of extra time. And now Detroyer. Not quite on the same wavelength there with Cambiashi. Cambiashi made the run, then he held it up, and the pass came. APIA won't mind. The ball is at the end that they want it to be. Marconi have to launch it. Again, Mawatamalo. How big has he been? The opening goal, but he's been terrific along with Kuda in the centre of defence. And here now is Jack Stewart, the type of player you want in transition moments when their space opens up. And now Cambiashi, what a save! Spectacular from Hilton to keep the Stallions in it. Cambiashi with a terrific strike, and Hilton produced a world-class stop there. APIA will be in absolutely no rush to take this. Segredo jogs across. Midway through this second period of extra time. They won't commit too many forward here, APIA. In fact, they will try the variation, the short corner. Always heads up from Sean Simmons. Eating away the seconds. This is joy to those gathered here, the APIA fans. They cheer that little touch. Clever play from Simmons. They tried the little variation. Marconi were alert to it. And can they now transition? Susovic finds a bit of space. Finds that left foot as well. Costanzo tries to return it back. Susovic with a good touch. Was he upended? Yes, he was. It is going to be a free kick. Good bit of play down that left-hand side. Susovic wants to take this. In fact, he's going to leave it for Franco Mayer. And they're going to send Windust forward. No more Millgate. He came off at half-time in extra time. But Windust is still there. He got Marconi's only goal. Marconi, who haven't been to the national round of 32 since 2019, needed to equalise. They've got Franco Mayer delivering the ball in. Windust is there. Marconi trying to find anything in the box to keep it alive. Detroyer with a lovely cushion touch into the path of Cambiashi. He tried the ball over the top, and Nezovic was alert to it. Couldn't quite make it connect though with Costanzo. And Marconi have to reset. Just over 5 minutes left. If you have enjoyed this, remember tomorrow 2 more to come. Rockdale against Phoenix FC. Spirit FC up against Sydney United 58. As things stand, Blacktown City already in the national round of 32. And APIA looking to join them, but Marconi might have something to say about that. We've got just under 5 minutes. Good win on that far side. Costanzo it is. 1-on-1 against Atsone. Costanzo tries to deliver. Can't get it beyond Moatamalo. All of Apia's experience. The likes of Moatamalo, Sean Simmons, key figures in their success over the past decade. They've won premierships. They've won championships. They've won some big games against A-League opposition in the Australia Cup. And this could be as sweet as any of them. A victory over their fierce Italian rivals in the Derby d'Italia to make it through to the national round of 32. This will be a famous one if they can hold on for the victory. Marconi are going to keep pressing. Apia, though, trying to find that third goal to build that 2-goal buffer. Susovic turns, finds Windust. Here's Vela. Apia still pressing, making it difficult to get out. Now they drop off as Marconi look to go longer. Sean Simmons reading that one as he does. Three and a half minutes of regular time, whatever additional time our assistants, our referee adds on. Forward from Simmons. Header down by Vela. Windust it is. Now Mayer. Tries to play it in behind. Good win there by Monge. Does really well. And it eventually comes off a Marconi player. Brendan Vela just adjusting the captain's armband. Might have brushed his shoulder as it. The clearance came from Apia. 2.5 minutes left for Apia to hang on. Looking for a fourth. Round of 32 in 5 seasons. But Marconi might have other ideas. And look at the work there from Stewart as George Daniel tried to come forward down the left. Here's Detroyer showing his experience, just holding it up. Got to be careful not to give it away, and they have here. Susovic feeds Malbassa. Now Monge, delightful little dink. Now Malbassa. Taken off his toe by Temba Moatamalo. 2 minutes of regular time left. Hilton thinks about going long, does exactly that. Straight to an Apia player in Askew, who can feed it down the line. And now Stewart can eat up the space and eat up the seconds. Feeds it into Kambiashi. Can he seal it for Apia? What a save again from Hilton. Apia, it is their way. They will try and find the third and build that 2-goal buffer rather than playing it into the corner. But it might give Marconi a sniff. Susovic upended. He's done well since coming on. Holding up the play. Here is perhaps one of the last opportunities for the Stallions. They're going to send everyone forward. And Franco Mayer's the player that's going to deliver this. They've basically only left Hilton and Vela back. Everyone else is up there. And this one is stood up. It's going to be Askew with the first header. Still in. Now it's going to fall. What an opportunity. Not an Ardic, and it was. And he couldn't quite get the connection he would have liked. He wanted it to drop onto his left foot. He had to manoeuvre the body. The first touch on the chest. And the power wasn't quite there. And is that the moment where Apia are going to seal it? Lenaric comes across. Seconds left of regulation time in extra time. And then whatever additional time, which will be 1 additional minute. I've just been informed by the assistant referee on the near side and Jackson Mackey. 1 additional minute. which we've had already 15 seconds of. APIA happy to eat the seconds, pushing it up into the corner. Marconi need it down the other end. They're going to get a free kick, and they have to get this forward quickly. Here's Hilton. He's got to be careful not to give it up and cough up a third goal, and they have given it up. And APIA, if they're smart here, will probably just take it into the corner and eat up the seconds. They won themselves a corner with Jack Stewart. Surely now they've done the work, they've done the business. As we have now had that one additional minute of stoppage time. APIA are on the brink of another appearance in the Australia Cup round of 32. They're on the brink of a Waratah Cup semi-final. And they're happy just to keep it now. And Segretto's into the box, and he's forcing another strong save from Hilton. But APIA are happy about that. It is a corner. It's the final action. And APIA are through to the round of 32 for a fifth time. A fourth time in 5 years as well. They're making quite the habit of this. A big victory in the Derby d'Italia. Marconi made a real fist of it in the second half by drawing level. But APIA had the freshness off the bench, and they had the freshness in extra time. And you sense that was the difference in the end. They came away with it with Sean Simmons scoring the winning goal to take them through to the round of 32. And the ever-presence, as they have been over the last 5 years, will be there yet again. Marconi, they will look to bounce back. They've got the NPL to focus on now. But it's been a wonderful occasion, a terrific Derby d'Italia. I hope you have enjoyed it. Remember, 2 more to come tomorrow. Rockdale Illingdon, they're hosting Phoenix FC. And Spirit FC, they're home against Sydney United 58. Same place, same channel for all the action. It's been a wonderful night here at Lambert Park. Wrapping up a big 2-1 victory to APIA Leichhardt over the Marconi Stallions. Thanks for your company.